I'm asking you.
You
a
ain't
question.
been doing the education,
bro.
You ain't been doing the education.
Kanye, calm down.
You don't have the answers though.
Calm down.
Because you trying to give me a.
Alright, yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy MayFlwr, and as always, I hope all you guys are having a great day. I've been away for a little bit, just because I've been working on a whole bunch of stuff for you guys. I have a new track releasing here pretty soon, so that's pretty exciting. I'll probably do one of those premieres right here on YouTube just so we can all be in the chat together. I think that'd be pretty cool. And yeah, the video I'm making right now is especially exciting because since I made the last video, we hit 50,000 subscribers on this channel, which is, I don't even know, that's so crazy. Probably one of the biggest, accomplishments in my journey so far. So I just wanted to tell all you guys thank you so much for all the support you've been giving me this past year. I don't even know, it's just kind of unbelievable that 50,000 people thought, hey, this guy's not that bad. But on a serious note, I just wanted to thank you guys so much. It's a really cool milestone. But anyways, for today's video, I've been looking back at all my old videos and old comments, and it seems that you guys seem to like the future-based style videos a lot more than anything else. Is that my purpose here? Is that what I've become? Am I the future-based guy?
Oh my god.
I don't really know what to title this video because I kind of want to go for that Porter Robinson kid style. I really don't know what a good name for that would be. I guess melodic bass future? I don't know. As you guys know, Porter is one of my favorite musicians of all time, so I think I could get something within that style pretty easily. So yeah, that's the idea for today. We're going to try to lay down some type of huge melodic future chord stack Porter Robinson song. So that's enough talking. We're just going to jump right into it. Let's go. All right, here we go. Headphones on. Or half on. So I think a good BPM to start out with for, this kind of four to the floor Porter Robinson type song I'm going for. I'm gonna bump this up to like 165, that sounds good. And yeah, now I'm just gonna start out making some type of drum loop. I don't usually start out with drums when I make my own tracks, but it kind of just makes more sense for a YouTube video. But yeah, your drums on this type of song are super important because this is kind of like half the battle when you're going for that huge, that huge festival sound. I like to layer up snares and kicks for this genre because it just kind of adds to that huge feeling. One thing you can do to add to that kind of space you want, or at least something I do, I take an acoustic kick from any sample pack you want. This one sounds like this, and then you can just take out the low end, and you can even add some reverb on the kick. I know it's kind of weird, but it kind of adds to the space. And little things like that in your drum loop can really make it stand out sometimes. So the last thing I'm going to add to this loop is this little crowd sound effect, which sounds like this. It sounds like a crowd. And I know I'm going to need this later to fill out the frequency, so I'm just going to keep it with the drum loop for now. So yeah, now we have some cool, drums to start out with, and it was pretty easy. All right, boys, next on the list, we got chords. I'm totally kidding, this thing's empty. Or is it? No, but for real, last time I was doing something on piano, I was gonna mention this, but I never did. And that is, if you're ever having trouble making chords, or you're just starting out, or you just wanna learn more about music theory, this little book right here has actually helped me out a lot. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's pretty much just a little booklet you can pick up at any guitar center ever. And it just has diagrams for all the chords and how to play them. But what I got the most use out of using this book was that it has all of the scales in the back here. It even has them, sorted out by major, minor, harmonic minor. This is really cool when you're first starting out because, you really want to know a good bit of these even if you don't know how to play the piano. Because if you're ever in like a studio session with another artist or someone you're collabing with, you're going to want to know at least a couple scales and at least how to get around. Because if at least you know a couple of them, you can make some chords and at least move them around. So for example, we can just pick one of these. Let's go with G. That one looks cool. So G is pretty much the easiest one to memorize, right next to C, obviously, because it's almost all the white notes except you're changing the F sharp. And yeah, from there we can just pick a bass note from any one of those notes that we just played. We can just go with middle C to keep it simple. And I usually like to do 2 octaves when I'm finding chords, so one down here too. And from there, I just kind of test out different notes that were in the scale. See, that one right there is pretty cool. You can even take out the bottom octave and give it to the top note as well. Alright, cool. Now I just have this piano open and I transferred the chord we made on the real piano onto this one. And yeah, from there we should be able to add some more on pretty easily. Yeah, we can add the F sharp back in there from the scale. I think these top two notes will stick out a little more when it's an actual like synth instead of a piano. I think I can make something, you know, Porter Robinson-y out of these chords, so we're going in the right direction. But one problem starting with that scale is these bass notes are way too high in the scale to be good bass notes. So we're just gonna move this up or down in the scale, however you look at it. And yeah, I think this position will work a lot better. So now it's time to get started on these chord stacks. So we gotta summon the powers of Porter Robinson. My go-to plugin to start, you know, these big, huge chord stacks that we're looking for, I usually go straight to Harmor just to get the bass. B-A-S-E, not B-A-S-S as in bass. Yeah, the default presets, pretty close to what I'm looking for. Then you just gotta change a few more things. The next layer is almost like a filler layer for the mid-range. This is a super easy just preset I have saved for convenience. And the more simple sounds you use in a chord stack, you know, like your basic super saw style, it's gonna be a lot easier to mix. Like this is already coming together, but it's only 2 sounds. Stack 3. And kind of, you know, this smooth, euphoric Porter Robinson sound we're going for. Just make sure your sounds aren't really that, you know, rugged. He uses a lot of, you know, softer sounds towards the top end. For that softness on the top end I was talking about, I'm just gonna throw in a choir. And this is an MayFlwr preset if you guys want to use the same one. The sidechain on this is why it sounds so weird. So since it's a really simple, you know, for the floor type beat, everything that I want to be sidechained from now on, I'm gonna send directly to this channel, which is gonna have a Nicky Romero kickstart plugin on it, which is just a basic sidechain. You can use LFO tool, whatever you want. There we go, boys, the sweet sound of sidechain. Let me grab these bass notes real quick. And for this first bass, we have another really simple 1 oscillator preset and another one. And of course, the good old sub bass. The bass line in this song and how it sits in the mix is pretty important because I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm making this number up, but to me it kind of feels like chord stacks are like 60% bass and then the top 40% is actual chord stacks. I don't know why. That's just how I feel like when I'm mixing it. I feel like the bass is more important for some reason. Yep, lots of OTT on those basses. Move this over here for now and try to make like a little makeshift build for now. For some reason I always get lost or like forget to talk or do something out of order. So I try to write down a bunch of notes that I want to hit like throughout the video. But at least we have some sort of build now. Wait, I know what we can do. We're gonna completely miss that first kick just so I can show you guys a really cool technique. So I'm gonna shorten all these up. It might take a little bit, but it'll be worth it in the end. I pushed back everything to hit on the snare, so it sounds a little bit different now. And this is where a cool little trick can come in. Porter and Illenium actually use this same technique a lot. I don't know if they do it the exact same way I'm about to do it, but it's still the same thing. I'm gonna go back to my sidechain channel and I'm gonna open up a fruity balance below it. And I'm gonna create an automation clip for the volume. And we'll call this Porter Illenium trick. There we go, spelled that right. So basically you wanna make the shape exactly like this. I can zoom in a little bit. So what's happening here is it's missing this first kick entirely since we pushed him back already. But now we made this balance automation, which is on the entire channel and it's completely off. And then you turn it right back on right at the half mark. And Porter Robinson and Illenium do this all the time with their tracks. I'm sure you'll recognize the effect like right when I play it. So I don't know, I thought that was kind of cool. I thought I'd show you guys. It's still pretty weak over here. If you just see the build growing on like the side of the video, don't be surprised. I'm just kind of working on it when I can. For this main riser sound effect, I'm just gonna make an automation for the pan. And what you can do with this automation is just come in here, double click it, and then you can mess with the LFO. So it's kind of cool. You can make some cool little, you know, automations with it. Copy this over just to make it a full drop at least. And what is a cool, you know, melodic drop without an arp? We gotta throw one in there. All right, let's try that one. Could be cool. Actually, no, that one's stupid. It's not the right note. I like that one a lot better. Nothing's hitting on these offbeats anyways. We can probably use some like little fills or something. Alright, hopefully this fill I just spent 8 minutes on is worth it. armor presets for the win, boys. And these aren't doing anything. There we go. Usually I would call it a day right here because I'm pretty sure this is like a 13-minute video right now. But this is the 50K video, boys. We gotta take it up a notch. So what even is a Porter Robinson song without a weird little anime vocal chop? That is an annoying acapella. Well, I guess that's why we're gonna chop it up. I'm gonna cut it right there. Alright, well that's not, you know, the best vocal chop, but I think it's about as good as we can get out of that weird acapella. And yeah, you know, since it's not the best, we can just throw it towards the second half. Alright, and there we go. I think we are done. I think this actually turned out pretty cool, even though it's gonna be a little bit longer of a video. I think we did a pretty alright job of finding that Porter Robinson sound. It's a little bit off. I think maybe the chords were kind of weird to start off with. Kind of too happy sounding, if that makes sense. Porter's chords usually sound a little bit more sincere, I guess. But, you know, it was still pretty fun to make. Hopefully you guys learned something or enjoyed it. And yeah, I guess I can show you guys the finished product now. 3, 2, 1. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to the end, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something or were entertained. I don't know. Be sure to drop a comment down below. Tell me what you thought of this video. Tell me, you know, what you want to see next. I'm open to any suggestion, literally anything. And once again, I know you guys are probably tired of hearing it because I said it at the beginning of the video too. But thank you guys so much for 50,000 subscribers on this channel. I don't even know what to say. So I've been trying to make a sample pack for you guys. It's just gonna have like a bunch of weird patches and dubstep stuff, future bass stuff. Basically just a whole bunch of stuff that I use all the time. I'm just gonna give it away. I figured that's the least I could do since you guys have helped me out so much. I don't think I could really explain to you what it feels like or what it means to me, but it's really cool, so thank you guys. But yeah, other than that, you know, be on the lookout for my new track and the sample pack. I'll keep you guys updated. And yeah, I think it's gonna do it. So